Ultraman. A lot of you might be familiar to this pop culture of Japan, a superhero tokusatsu that ranges from films, TV shows, and even kids shows. However, the mass popularity of this tokusatsu icon wasn't really such of a popularity thing in America. Which is why I'm glad to know that an American style DreamWorks-like film of Ultraman entitled Ultraman Rising was released just a couple of weeks ago. And today, I'm going to be reviewing this masterpiece of a film. This video will be split into a bunch of chapters. Each chapter will cover one thing that I like about this film and a topic. So, to kickstart it, we need to start off with the most important element, the storyline. The story follows a young man named Ken Sato. He is also a baseball player and became the new Ultraman after years passed from the disappearance of Ultraman. And after the death of the kaiju Gigantron, the egg hatched, and Ultraman is needed to raise a baby. However, the group of Earth defenders known as KDF are opposed to this and wants to kill the baby. And now, let's go to my actual honest review. This one doesn't really go through the actual backstory and is straightforward into fighting kaiju. Now, this is a rare element I see in most reboot superhero films, but I get a point. I know Ultraman because I'm a fan of it. Now, Ken Sato's character arc was really well done. Went from this man who never actually appreciated anything to having his own responsibilities and raising a child. And scenes with his dad on his side was truly heartwarming, especially the scene where they camp in the night. And Gigantron Jr. was really cute, and most of the characters are really likable. I also loved how Ken Sato in the beginning to the middle was pretty sloppish at his job until he became a legend. And in the beginning, I had a sense of nostalgia after seeing Bemlar, the first kaiju that Ultraman faced in the old series, make a return in this film. And it's funny to know that I am Bemlar. It was also sad to know that Ken Sato never really had a fond connection with any of his parents after he grew adult. His mother mysteriously disappeared, and he rarely spoke to his father anymore. And it's funny to know that Naraga returned and he can walk and choke people, which is pretty funny. The depth that the directors gave to Ken Sato is really building up to me, and the hype was paying off from that teaser on December 2023. And the main antagonist was unironically incredible. It was this suffering man that lost his daughter and wife and didn't want anyone to feel the same pain as he did. Now we know why he likes to kill kaiju. Good things are done, now let's go to the third chapter of this video. The bad chapter is going to be really short since there's no actual truly horrendous things in this film. Even though it's a masterpiece to a bunch of people, there is one plot hole that I need to cover up. It was never really explained or even shot that either KDF or Ken Sato's father found the location of Kaiju Island. It was just there and is told by Mina. And outside from that, I have one crucial critique that I am going to explain now. Grandpa Ultraman. Now, I do like the concept that his father was an Ultraman, kind of like in the Ultraman Netflix anime, but the design is horrendous. I never knew the shape of an Ultraman could actually change when their host is getting older. The design is gross and grotesque. It kind of looks like Darth Vader fused with Darth Maul, and it's 1,000 times worse than that. Bro looks like a standard character I will see in the TV series The Simpsons, fused with Peter Griffin and his fatness in Family Guy. I mean, like, what's the point of making this atrocious design when you could literally just use the OG pattern of the Ultraman red lines. Since Ken Sato's Ultraman design was a little bit altered of the red lines, it makes a lot of sense for the OG Ultraman pattern to return, but no! What is wrong with you? The mustache added to this short Ultraman is the thing that puts it down actually. I mean, outside of the Ultraman Hayada concept, why not just bring in Ultra 7? That makes way more sense. Meaning that Ken Sato has now taken the full role of the Ultraman mantle, and his father is now a different Ultraman than what he was once used to be. Now that was my rude rant. Now let's come into conclusions of what this film is actually like. Entering the fourth chapter, or semi-final chapter if you can say, the ending. The ending has itself a very profound meaning, a meaning that usually lacks in these superhero films. There are two meanings. One of them is that animals don't actually attack people and are just scared and finding their territory to live on their life. The second one is just basically how beautiful this nature actually is. Like, kaijus are actually attacking the city, but imagine seeing one in real life and not just shocking out. And the final shot by itself was incredible. The ship that cruises down its way to Kaiju Island with a peaceful mother and daughter. But minutes before that lies the climactic and epic final battle of this incredible film. It starts off with our hero Ultraman into the seas and fighting a brain-controlled and armored Mother Gigantron. But as he lost control, a new kaiju, or as we can say mecha, came out and is controlled by none other than the main villain himself. This kaiju design was absolutely massive and incredible all at the same time. It really shows how much the main antagonist gave dedication to his project to wipe out all kaijus on Earth and really shows his heart. Nonetheless, the design looks kind of like Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming, and that's okay. But the thing that truly brings this film to its prime is the element of teamwork. Teamwork carried this film, and the element of Ken Sato alongside his father becoming Ultraman and sharing a space-dune beam is truly profound. And the beams of mother and daughter is also profound as well. This film also teaches us that becoming Ultraman isn't truly a job about fighting monsters, but a job using the true health of heart. Anyways, this fourth chapter is done. Let's jump into conclusions. Overall, this film was amazing and also nails the performance of being Ultraman and its meanings. It was very hard for me to decide a proper rating, but now I know that this film, or you can also say Ultraman Rising, is a solid 9 out of 10. And that's all I have to say. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And bye-bye.